I'm going to ask you guys to forgive me. All right? I'm going to ask you to forgive me because we're about to talk about the Activision, Blizzard, and King deal. You guys know that I don't talk about this often, but I kind of feel like what's going on a little bit. There's a lot of stuff going on in terms of this Activision deal that I find very interesting. First thing I want to talk about is it does look like the FTC are getting a little bit of heat from the government because they're just straight up asking like, "Yo, why are you simping over a company that is number one in the industry?" Because that doesn't seem like competing to me. That doesn't seem like it's gonna prevent PlayStation from competing for me. And I think that's very interesting because it really does look like, maybe Microsoft's doing a little lobbyist. Maybe they're sending people over there like, look, why don't you ask the questions that we need asked? Because apparently it's not being done very well. I don't know. You know how lobbyists goes. We don't know about that. But the key thing I want to talk about is what's going over there with the CMA. That's pretty much the Europe version of the FTC. They're going over, they go over fair practices with companies. They go over acquisitions, making sure that there's still competition going on in any industry that's going. For those of you that have been following this story for a while, you know that originally the CMA was very anti Microsoft buying Activision, Blizzard, and King. But then it seemed like the shoe came down a little bit. They started loosening a little bit of their grip in terms of what's going on over there, to a point where even PlayStation and Jim Ryan was like, yo, we don't agree. We need that Call of Duty money. We don't agree. So now let's go over here to this. Actually, I have to click on this, unfortunately. Let's talk about this article right here. This article is from Sky News. Pretty much everyone's reporting on this currently. And it's that Microsoft is going to be doing a showcase at Row 10, I believe. And pretty much all this is, it's like something over there in that area, and the Europe type of area where, they want them to go out there and they want them to showcase what they have going on for them. Now, what's very interesting about this is it's the same deal as the CMA is supposed to have their decision on whether or not this verdict is going to go through on buying Activision, Blizzard, and King, let Microsoft buy them. So to me, if this company wants them, because this is Microsoft has been invited to the showcase, its products in 10 Downing Street in the same day that the $75 billion takeover of games maker Activision faces being blocked by the British competition watchdogs. So the fact that they're being invited over there makes me kind of think that CMA about to pass this. Now, whether or not there's going to be any speculations or any restrictions that Microsoft has, we got to wait for that, I suppose, unless it's already out there. You guys know I don't keep up with this, but I thought it was interesting. The CMA was definitely one of their biggest antis at the beginning. Now it's looking like they're like, yeah, we chill. Go ahead and buy them. We chill. I think that's good. I've been very vocal over and over again when it comes to the Microsoft thing. I particularly don't care if they bought Activision, Blizzard, and King. But I do understand, and I do see that there is a lot of good perks that they can get by purchasing this company. They can get the casual consumer with Call of Duty. Putting that in Game Pass would be huge to Microsoft and growing that subscription service. Then you look at something like King in the mobile market. They really want that mobile market, and they really want to grow that mobile market. And then you look at Blizzard. It's no secret that Blizzard is one of the key factors in growing in a PC market. And Blizzard can help Microsoft and Xbox do that. So I think that this is definitely going to go through. At this point, it's just not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Now, with the FTC getting attacked, they'll probably start to straighten up their stuff. Because when you start putting political parties against each other and just politics in general against each other, usually that's when you're going to start to see some serious progress in, the states for that matter. I don't really know too much about politics in this type of thing when it comes to approving acquisitions that might or might not affect competition in that market. But I think it's interesting, and I think at this point, I think we can all agree Microsoft most likely will be owning the Call of Duty franchise, the Blizzard franchises, and all of King. And I think people need just to accept that. Now, is that good for the industry? I think that's up in the air right now. I wouldn't say yes or no. I will say that Activision and Blizzard and King, maybe not so much as King, but the other two for sure, have been in a downward trajectory for a while. Now, maybe not in terms of sales, but in terms of satisfaction of their audience. I know Call of Duty is an up and down roller coaster when it comes to year-to-year releases. So who knows exactly what's going to happen when Microsoft takes over that behemoth. You got stuff like WoW, probably one of the most phenomenal things that's happened in the MMO landscape ever. And I think Microsoft owning that's going to be interesting because we don't know what they're going to do with that. We don't know if they're going to put that in Game Pass or they're going to just merge all those services together. I think the next 6 months is going to be some of the most interesting stuff that's going down. The fact that they're about to show this showcase, I think it was April the 26th, so we don't even have to wait that long to find out what's going down. So the fact that they're going to do this showcase, and we got E3 time frame around here. It's not E3 anymore, but it's just, Microsoft doing their little conference in June. There's a lot of stuff going on till June. There's a lot of good publicity for Microsoft right now. Now, regardless how I feel, how they've dropped the ball on certain things, when it comes to Redfall being 30 frames, how their lack of support in terms of Japanese role-playing games, JRPGs, this is definitely going to help them in a Western market by far. I still think they need to improve their Eastern market, but this is going to help them a lot when it comes to Game Pass. But, anyway, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Is this something you guys even care about? I'm very curious to hear you guys' opinion down there. And do you think that when it comes to this type of event, it even matters in the grand scheme of things? I think this is going to be one of those things where they're going to do this event and they're going to officially announce that it's been approved in that part of the world. And they're going to show you some of the stuff that Activision is doing in that time frame. Now, regardless if Microsoft's going to be the one doing it, I don't know. Maybe they'll let Activision do that entirely, and they might just have Phil Spencer there or something. That is to remain to be seen. But you'll put in the comment section below what you guys think. Like I said, curious your guys' opinion. And until the next video, this is the Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace.